And one day, when the evil day come, you are now saying, God, which God? The God you do not remember. Remember the Lord now. You tell a man, I need school fees. It's just 50,000 to pay. He say, you know what to do now. You know what to do. If you are willing to sleep with him, he can give you 1 million. That is a big father now. This one not big brother, this one is big father. Big father Africa. Our father's not supposed to be responsible, but this big father now is a stupid father. How many fathers have made a caricature, an abuse of the privileges? How many ladies can we attach to you that will not become lesbians? I thought it was a dangerous thing within men. I saw that every woman, when you attach women together, you are in trouble. If they are not fighting each other, they are gossiping each other, or they became lesbians. Because when you begin to do this spiritual thing, you open your soul. If you are not careful and be led by the Holy Ghost, you are gone. Because the more you advance in God, the more emotional you become. The devil knows how to master those intelligence and compromise it. So you need his help. You need Ebenezer. Oh, Galatians church, the only church that began in the spirit. Every church began from carnality to spirituality. This one began from spirituality, and the danger was that they returned back to carnality. They would have wished they began from carnality. How comes you began in the spirit and you end in the flesh, and you are made perfect in the flesh? People that walk in the spirit and they could not do signs and wonders in the spirit now went to the flesh and they were perfected in the flesh. May that never be your testimony. How did they access Ebenezer and they walk in the spirit, and now they lost it and they were perfected in the flesh? What happened to your hunger, your passion, your zeal for God? How comes you that used to spend times with God, now you only jokes, romance novels, movie series, that you are keeping up to all the series, as though you are part of the shareholders. You know every leak, every change. They change somebody from Tottenham, from Manchester, he moved from Chelsea, every club, you are aware of everything. You read every news. You don't know what is transmitting in the spirit. What level of intelligence do you have on the earth? Do you know that a man without spiritual intelligence is illiterate? No matter what you know, without the knowledge of God, you are illiterate. Knowledge begins with God, not science. Science is discovery. True knowledge is God. He is the truth. Because every knowledge leads to death. It's only the truth of life that brings life. The path of Ebenezer. Remember the Lord thy God, because an evil day come. When that evil day come, when you call upon him, the Lord will appear. But when you don't remember him, even when you call upon him in that day, he will look as though he's far from you. Just like that. One day I was on my own. That was when the Lord appeared to me. Why? Because there was a woman that was praying and fasting that God changed her son. Everybody look upon me, says the black sheep of the family. I realized after a while that the black sheep of the family is actually the only sheep. That person in the family that is giving you trouble is actually the one the call of God is upon. That's why the devil is fighting him the most. I'm telling you, every stubborn person has a calling of an apostle. Every wayward lady sleeping around, messing around, has a calling of an healing evangelist. But the devil will always change the ordination. That talkative is an evangelist. Talkative. That gossiper. There are some people that naturally by default, when you come close, you just like them. Want to this. Those ones are prophetic people, but they don't know why. So they are chasing you. Everybody is chasing you. You are a prophet. They are chasing you, but chasing you to do carnal things with you. No, there's a reason why they come close to you. What went ye out there in the wilderness to see? You don't know why men are coming towards you every day. They are coming. They are coming. There is something that brings them. It's the calling of God. Don't bring it to the flesh and be perfected in it. No, point them to the Christ. If I be lifted up, I will draw all men to me. You may be married. You don't know why men are still coming to you. You tell them I'm married. You say don't worry, don't worry. There is just something about you I like. That thing he like is the ordination. Don't mistake it for anything. He didn't consult your husband. He sent you 200,000, sent you 300,000. Why? The calling of God makes room and bring men to you. Because of the ointment, the virgins love thee. The calling of God provokes people to love you, and sometimes they desire even your nakedness. What they want is what we call intimacy. So you don't exchange it for yourself. You are supposed to present unto them the price. I urge you, I charge you. I am not the bride, but I want to betroth you as a bride to present you to the Lord. How many men focus on themselves? They present people to themselves, not to God. Your guy in the office, every day he want to be by you, take you around. You have never told him about Jesus. You hide Jesus and you showcase yourself. You don't know that the only security was for you to showcase Jesus. Try it and see. Tell him about God. And if you lose the privileges he's giving you, lose it gloriously. You'll be more safe. If not, that became the genesis of walking in carnality. That is how men begin to watch the path and the corridors of stolen waters, because the gods are wise. You will think you are wise. They have not caught you. They have not seen you. Don't worry. You are enjoying the privileges of the mercy of God. Spend that economy very well. The time will come. See, no matter how you pray and fast, you can never be able to actualize what grace has not made available. Your faith is handicapped if grace has not made available, because grace becomes the benchmark for elevation. So Paul said, I am what I am by the grace of God. That grace was not in vain, in that I labor more than they all. So the grace of God comes to help a man to labor, right? But there are people that are not even laboring and they are enjoying the privilege of grace. By how? By the economy of mercy. And mercy was trying to give you extra time so that you can peradventure your journey into grace, because you are supposed to come to the throne of grace to obtain that mercy. Then you continue to advance. But I realize that where the mercy of God cannot reach you, you are doomed. So the person wake up and just die just like that. No, he didn't die just like that. He has spent the economy of mercy and he refused to enter grace and labor in grace. And now mercy stopped and is gone. But by the time you combine mercy and grace, you now have what is called help. That's when now you can access Ebenezer. You are conscious that of course you may not be too perfect. Yet again, you are not lazy. You understand the supply of grace to labor. So grace does not now become a license for you to do anything you want to do. No. But for you to remain steadfast, to labor, accessing the help of God. And in that day, when the evil day come, we knew that there's a problem. Because suddenly, the Lord now came and converted me. When he appeared to me, I told you, say, Philip Cephas, a man I help is always better than a man that help himself. You need to be helped. I said, okay, help me. Stretch forth his hand towards me, pray for me. And I saw like I was burned. I burned to like ashes, and I flew to the sky, and I was distributed in the sky. And I begin to be reformed again. They begin to join me again. And when I came back on the earth, I was sweating. As I was sweating, from that very day I could not go out for 2 weeks. Me that every day I must come out, go out and come back by 2 drunk. My friends will call me, I will say, I can't come again. Everything I know how to do, I can't do again. In fact, I tried to look at the thing to try to drink. I can't drink. To smoke, I can't. The appetite just died. Why? Ebenezer. Why can't Saul carry the thing and go and try to kill again? He can't again. When Ebenezer appeared, everything just died. It was like a circumcision. It was as if they do a surgical operation and they took away that thing that made me be like that. And I find another set of hunger. I will stay inside, listening to messages, reading books. I was just dwelling for hours, days. I was not fasting to tell people that I'm fasting. I was just fasting because I could not leave God to eat food. You have not spent time with God that you feel like, hey, let me just, maybe after 5 minutes I will go back. After you not check it as only 1 hour. So it became easy to do some of these things that you could not do before. See, if you cannot live right with God, what you need is a genuine, sincere encounter with Ebenezer. Because if God truly is helping you, it's not hard the way you are thinking. It's easy in Him, hard outside of Him. Because everything is hard if God is not supplying help. And now when the devil came, they now diagnosed my mother and said she had cancer. Cancer. And then I say she's going to die. This. I say, okay. I knew there was an evil day, but God has prepared for the evil days. Then I scheduled for operation. We went to specialist hospital. They evaluated the DA scan. They said they saw about 8 centimeter, 3 millimeter of a growth inside our uterus or what ovary. That if they don't operate it, she will die. We say, okay, we don't trust this hospital. Now you lack faith. You are like Thomas. We went to another private hospital. We scan. They see again. You went to another one. They say again. Now you know that only God can help. Because with all your prayer and fasting, the thing was not afraid. The thing came. You now know that you need another help. And every day I wake up, my mother will roll from here to here crying. No stomach swell up. So she will hold it, roll like this, crying, roll like this, crying, roll like this, crying. I say, let's have faith. Say, there is no faith. I said, you are the one that said, faith. There's no faith. I said, the best the devil could do, he has done it. God has done his best. If there was anything you have done, is to help me get born again. Now I'm born again. This battle doesn't belong to you, it belongs to me now. Say, doctors, calm down. The doctors that diagnose and say she has also this to live, some of them have even died. I think the other hospital, by specialty hospital, the Atlanta, the owner died, right? The man he wake up one day entering theater, stroke, he died. Physician can't even heal himself. And the person you diagnose, you say the person have 1 day to live, 2 days to live. The person is still alive. How? Ebenezer. A king was told, you have these days to live. Hezekiah, he turned to God. God, your prophet said I have these days to live. I know you spoke to the prophet. You too speak to me now. And God had days and years, weeks, months. I believe if that guy still asks God, God will still act for him again. If God act, he can act again. How do you think people like Methuselah, Enoch live? They were adding years to their days. They were adding it. So when they reach a point to die, they add again. When they go and do something, they add again. They ascend the mountain, they add. They ascend, they add. We know how to add years. Let this birthday not be your last birthday. Add another year. And we say, let's just give 1 month. We lay hands every day upon the stomach. And in healing, we will try it today. You speak specifically to the situation. Specifically. all of these things are spirit. They are entities. They know. When the thing come and stay, it knows itself. So when you say HIV go, it won't go if it's not HIV inside the person. You have to find out what is it. Speak directly to the thing. You will say to this mountain. You have to be specific about this thing, because you may not know what do you. So Jesus can appear to a man and say, what do you want? What do you want? The man is blind, but he still asking, peradventure you want money? No, it's true, because people have came there and the man wanted money. What do you want? Say, I want my eyes to see. And every day we lay hands according to the report of the doctors. Cancer, be healed. Cancer, go. Cancer, disappear. I say, when you begin walking in faith, it will look hard. Faith does not deny the mountain. Faith only gives you the strength to challenge the mountain. It gives you the strength to confront the mountain. Let me tell you, when Jesus Christ spoke to the fig tree did not die instantly. In fact, they went, it was when they were coming back, they said, look at that tree you spoke about, it has died. He said, look at these guys, you are amazed now. You will see more better things than this. There are many things you have prayed about, they have gone. You don't even know they have gone. Your own is not to insist. God, now, there are some that are instantaneous. Some of them, after you have forgotten about it, that's the cover, it has gone. We're speaking to it. Speaking to it. In fact, some of the night you still wake up, you still crying. You do not look as though the devil, God has lied. And sometimes when you want to lay hands, the devil will ask you, do you still want to lay hands? Are you not tired of this situation? We are still doing. And one day you wake up and it's no longer there. And they cry. They used to cry every day. Why come one day? There was no cry again. It did not stop. And suddenly cancer disappeared. Went back to all the hospital and we scanned. And when they scanned, they checked. What happened? Ebenezer came. See, let me tell you, if you don't know how to receive help from God, there are situations where it will make you weep and cry. In the days doctors look upon you and say there is nothing else we can do, you will understand what is Ebenezer. I know you believe that there is so much money you can go here, they will fly you abroad, they will go and treat you in the best hospital. Abroad does not give life. People went abroad, they died there. What do you mean? Hold on to Ebenezer. By the time you hold on to the horn of Ebenezer, the woman was tired. When all her money finished, she said, if I can but touch the hem of his garment. And now she understood that there is a possibility that comes with God's help. The part of Ebenezer is the part of brokenness, contriteness in spirit.